So hello everyone and welcome back. I just wanted to do a follow-up video following my last video, and having thought about it and talking to a couple more people about the focus and where I would like to see the journey for this channel and my platform basically is to then combine the two aspects of my life, which is the arts, creativity, and bring those two together, as well as like films and theatre and TV shows that I love to watch. So I thought I'd combine those two and focus on that aspect of representation and also my experiences. Hi, my name is Pauline Nakiria and I am a creative in the entertainment industry. I say creative because I do so many things, but predominantly mainly from acting, and now at the moment focusing on producing. But I just wanted to focus on what I want to do with the channel. So talk about what you're going to be expecting moving forward, the things I'm going to be discussing, what I'm going to be discussing, and we can go from there. As I mentioned, for someone who has worked in this industry for such a long time, I have seen how representation and diversity matter and how much of that work is still there to do. Like, for instance, having to take my own makeup to match my skin tone when I go to set, even though production have had my photo or headshot before I turn up, so that the makeup team would know what I look like. But a lot of the time they do not have makeup that matches my skin tone, and they would normally say, oh, you're fine, you look great, oh, you've got amazing skin. And for a very long time, like many other black people like myself, I realized that it's not just about my skin at the moment, it's also just feeling like you don't really know what to do. Reflecting back on it now, it was very lazy of them to do that. But anyway, that's one of the things. Then another thing is sometimes turning up to set and I have been told to make sure my hair is clean, is washed, is whatever. But if you have afro hair, you know that it is much more manageable when it is washed and blow dried. Not just washed and turned up to set, because then the person doesn't know what to do with it. You're not used to it being like the way it is. So what I then started to learn to do is contact the production team, or when they initially contact me to tell me I've got the role, and then we have a few chats maybe with the director but or the producer, I will ask about my hair. I will say things like, would you like my hair to be braided, or would you like the afro out, or will I be wearing a wig? So I'll ask all these questions so I know that when I turn up to that hair and makeup chair, I have an idea of what to expect and they know too. Another thing I realize now is that even when I asked these things, a lot of the time they were still not prepared for me or prepared for people like me when we turned up on set. And one of them was a very big film production, and it was so big, a big studio. And when we turned up, well, I turned up just for the day to cover someone else who wasn't there because it was a big scene and I was doubling in. But they were asking me to have my hair cut, like completely shaved off, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Can it be braided? And the lady was like, she tusked at me. She goes, okay, you're gonna have to go to over there to have your hair braided into cornrows. I was like, oh, okay. Without thinking about it, I just carried on. I followed on because I was like, I was doing another show as well, and then if I cut my hair and I turn up, come on, that doesn't look right. So I get there and there's a long queue of people waiting to have their hair braided. And you know, the night before I had taken my hair out. I had actually taken my hair out. I had braided it and taken it out because I had been told to do that before I turn up. That really pissed me off because the hairstyle that I had was actually absolutely fine. So what I ended up doing, and also finding out that the people who were braiding their hair were actually cast members who turned up to work as supporting actors, and then ended up having to be braiding these people's hair. And that was like really especially for a big production in the area that they were in, they could have easily gone to the high street. Someone in the production team could have easily gone to the high street. Okay, I'm saying this now that I've worked in production. Could have easily gone to the high street and asked somebody else or people on the high street, hey, we're doing a film. We need people who can do afro hair, who can, you know, whatever. Can you come and do this? We'll pay you for the day, da 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 da. They didn't. But this is what I mean about representation and inclusivity and that it is not necessarily part of the whole thing with just storytelling. It's also behind the scenes of all these things too. So yeah, that you can tell that really got the nerve. Yeah, that really got me. But moving forward, I will be reviewing film trailers, TV shows, even theatre shows, because nowadays theatre now does trailers to get people engaged in the show. And they also do live streams of the show so people can watch online from wherever they are. And I think that started becoming a thing after lockdown. They used to film theatre shows, but that was more for archives and things like that. But now people are more engaging with that. And some cinemas actually show the live performance of a theatre show, not live, but recorded, pre-recorded. And I think that's really fantastic. So I will also be looking at that, talking about how diversity is covered and represented in that. Again, it's not a battle cry of oh my god, why is there this, not that. It's about looking at the story and what that means, not just flipping the gender or flipping the race of this character just because you're looking to tick a box, which is happening a lot. But that's what I'll be covering. But I also want to ask you questions, like things to think about, like how are different communities portrayed, you know, what stories are being centered on, and what does this mean for the industry as well as audiences going to see this stuff, going to view this stuff? What does that mean for them? So I just want to combine my love for storytelling and combine my love for the creative arts, for the entertainment industry, and my love for reflecting on stuff, and put those things together, as well as obviously representation, but put those things together and yeah, create content for you. And I hope that you will benefit from that and we'll both enjoy that as well. Yeah, if you're interested in stories or in things that are happening around in the entertainment industry, I'm more than happy to hear from you. Like, yeah, so just let me know in the comments of also stuff that you've seen that you think they nailed the representation or the cultural aspect of that film, or if you've seen something recently or read something recently that really meant something to you, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll be sharing also some books and stuff that I'm reading, and yeah, we'll go from there and we'll talk about that. But I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. Do get in touch, let me know your thoughts, and I will speak with you soon.